The Philadelphia Eagles tore their offense down to the studs, and the rest of the league should feel uneasy about what rises from the rubble. Jalen Hurts steps into a brand new system with a brand new voice in his ear, and every early signal points straight up. Inside the building, one name keeps surfacing, a veteran fans forget to hype, a player lined up for the loudest season of his entire career. Hold on to him. His breakout hides in plain sight, and the reason lands later with real weight. Start with the overhaul. New offensive coordinator Sean Mannion arrives from the Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan world, and he brings motion, play action, and a run game welded to the pass game. Devonta Smith ascends to the clear number one. The rookie first-rounder, Makai Lemon, slides into a role built for his exact skill set. Saquon Barkley headlines a backfield with real juice. And on defense, the front office pulled off one trade so quiet, so surgical, the rest of the roster barely blinked. A move turning an already frightening unit into something else entirely. Remember the trade. The Y lands soon. Flip to the other side of the ball, where this defense might be the nastiest in football. The secondary added a former Pro Bowl corner. The front seven added a proven pass rusher. The linebackers cover grass like few duos alive. And when one national outlet ranked every starting lineup in the league, only a single team landed above Philadelphia. A claim big enough to spark a fight in every barbershop from South Philly to the suburbs. Keep the ranking in your pocket. Before the season ends, the number attached to this roster looks either genius or foolish, and the case for genius keeps growing. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Eagles and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 500 likes on this video. Understand the scale of the change. Sean Mannion learned the game inside the Sean McVay and Matt LaFleur ecosystem, a school of offense where the run and the pass wear the same disguise until the ball moves. Under center, snaps rise. Pre-snap motion floods the field. Play action becomes a weapon instead of an afterthought. The old attack leaned on empty shotgun looks and asked Jalen Hurts to win from a phone booth. One season ago, the group cratered, finishing 19th in scoring and 24th in yardage. A fall. No contender survives twice without paying a heavy price. The blueprint here traces straight to the wide zone attacks, terrorizing the league right now. Here's why the fit makes sense. Hurts has always punished defenses off play action, and this system feeds him defined reads and clean windows over the middle. Motion tips coverages before the snap and hands the quarterback answers, not guesswork. Mannion never called plays at this level, so growing pains arrive, and a few early turnovers come with any teardown of this size. The trade the Eagles accept looks obvious though. A higher ceiling beats a familiar floor, when the familiar floor collapsed in front of the whole country last winter. The scheme rewards a specific type of weapon, a mover who lives in the slot, wins on crossers, and turns a short catch into a long gain. The Eagles spent premium draft capital on exactly this profile this spring, which brings the spotlight to the one rookie every coach on the staff keeps praising. A player, some inside the building, compared to a young Devonta Smith. His tape already looks unfair, and the buzz around him refuses to cool no matter how many weeks pass. Makai Lemon did not fall into Philadelphia by accident. Howie Roseman traded up 3 spots with the rival Cowboys to grab the USC star at pick number 20. The exact playbook he ran for Devonta Smith 5 years earlier, another Biletnikoff winner pried from the same trade partner. Lemon owned strong hands, ruthless route feel, and the kind of run-after-catch juice a modern offense craves. He returns kicks. He blocks like he means it, and he plays far bigger than his frame suggests. As a junior, he piled up over 1,100 receiving yards and 11 scores while earning unanimous All-American honors. Here's the historical hook. The Eagles have rolled out sturdy slot receivers before, names like Jason Avant, Jordan Matthews, and Nelson Aholer, yet none reached true stardom from inside. Lemon carries a different ceiling. The league now funnels its best pass catchers into the slot, from Amon-Ra St. Brown to Puka Nacua. And coaches inside the building see a similar blueprint forming here. A rookie with this polish rarely lands on a roster this loaded. The timing borders on cruel for opposing defenses, and the fit with this motion-heavy scheme looks close to seamless. Behind Devonta Smith, the clear number one, Lemon profiles as the second option. Hurts leans on when the game tightens. Motion moves him across the formation and forces defenses to declare early. Every crosser, every option route, every quick screen becomes a chess move the old offense never owned. The excitement is loud, and it is earned. Yet even a shiny rookie fails to silence the noise swirling around the quarterback. Noise the whole city is sick of hearing. Here's the take nobody wants to admit. The tired story about Jalen Hurts being a cold teammate and a hollow leader collapsed this offseason in the Florida Heat. Hurts gathered his pass catchers, the young ones and the veterans, for days of throwing, workouts, and bonding, and reporting confirms he organized the trip himself. Over a dozen offensive players showed up on their own vacation time. Men do not spend their few free weeks chasing a quarterback they dislike. The narrative did not bend, it broke. Now stack the disrespect against the receipts. One major ranking slotted Hurts near the middle of the league, behind names with thinner resumes and emptier trophy cases. Look closer. He owns a ring from Super Bowl 59, a most valuable player runner up finish, and a playoff appearance every single season since taking the job. He throws one of the prettiest deep balls in football and protects the ball at an elite rate, tossing only a small handful of interceptions across the whole season. Even a down year kept Hurts among the stronger passing grades in the league. The math embarrasses the hot takes. The doubt is not new for him. Every stop, high school, Alabama, Oklahoma, the pros, someone bet against him, and every stop he answered. A fresh system and a fresh cast of weapons hand him the cleanest runway of his career. So the question shifts. With a rebuilt supporting cast, who eats first in this offense? One veteran sits at the front of the line, the same name teased at the open, and his coming payday of production is about to make total sense. Meet the veteran from the opening tease. Dallas Goedert enters the new season off the finest year of his career, a season he set the franchise single-season touchdown record for a tight end with double-digit scores, a mark no Eagle at the position had ever reached. With A.J. Brown shipped to New England, the target math changes fast. Goedert becomes the safety blanket Hurts trusts on third down, in the red zone, and on the play-action concepts, built to punish linebackers and safeties. This new scheme feeds tight ends. His timing lands perfectly. The room around him runs deep. Devonta Smith graduates into the full-time number one and profiles for a monster workload. The rookie Makai Lemon works the slot. Dontavion Wicks brings size and physical root, running after arriving from Green Bay, where he already knows Mannion. Marquise Brown adds vertical speed. Elijah Moore adds savvy. The second rookie, tight end Eli Stowers, offers a movable chess piece with real upside. And Saquon Barkley, 1 year removed from one of the finest rushing seasons the league has ever witnessed, still bends games with Tank Bigsby spelling him. One caveat hangs over the ceiling. Goedert has battled nagging injuries across his career, and availability decides everything for him. Keep him upright, and the production follows, because the role sitting in front of him is the richest of his life. A healthy Goedert in this system reads like a top 5 tight end and a nightmare matchup for every safety on the schedule. So the individual case closes. The bigger question is simpler. On paper, where does this whole roster truly rank? Put the roster on the national scale. One major outlet ranked every projected starting lineup in the league and placed the Eagles second overall, behind only the Los Angeles Rams. Sit with the names, Philadelphia jumped, the reigning champion Seahawks, the Bills, the Ravens, the Lions, all behind the Birds. The same outlet handed the Eagles the finest offseason grade of any team in football, ranking the Birds ahead of 4 playoff squads from a season ago. For a franchise supposedly in decline, the evaluators tell a wildly different story. The gap to the top is thin. The Rams reloaded with a blockbuster for one of the most feared pass rushers alive, and their quarterback play sits a rung above. Yet flip to the trenches and the back end, and Philadelphia answers. The cornerback trio might be the best in the sport. The defensive line runs 3 deep with disruptors. Call it 1A and 1B if you like. The daylight between the 2 rosters shrinks the longer you study it. Now aim it at the division. No rival in the region enters the season with this kind of top-to-bottom talent, and the Eagles control their own path to another crown. The conference road runs through Los Angeles and a handful of hungry contenders, and Philadelphia stacks up with every one of them, which loops back to the side of the ball built to win in January. The quiet trade teased at the open turned this defense into a genuine monster, and the reveal has waited long enough. Here's the move. During the draft, the Eagles swung a trade with Minnesota for edge rusher Jonathan Greenard, then locked him down with a 4-year extension worth around $100 million. The sack total dipped last season, but the pressure never did, and his win rate off the edge ranks among the elite. Few rushers have generated more heat across the last 3 seasons. He fills the hole left when Jalen Phillips walked in free agency. Pair him with young rushers hunting a breakout, and the front suddenly bites. The trade only sharpened an already loaded unit. On the back end, the Eagles added former Pro Bowl corner Rick Woolen, whose coverage metrics rate among the best in football, forming a trio with Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean few offenses want to test. Up front, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Moro Ojomo headline a defensive tackle room with rare depth. At linebacker, Zach Bone, a recent first-team All-Pro, and rising sophomore Jihad Campbell blanket the middle. And Vic Fangio conducts all of it, a mastermind entering year 3. Stack it together and the picture turns frightening. Elite corners, a deep and violent line, rangy coverage linebackers, a coordinator who bends every advantage into pressure. This is the exact recipe the Eagles rode to a championship 2 winters ago, upgraded and hungrier. Opposing quarterbacks feel the clock in their chest on every drop. One question still lingers though, a single soft spot on an otherwise ruthless roster, and it might decide how far this run truly goes. Here's the lone worry. Safety turned thin the moment team Captain Reed Blankenship left in free agency. Second-year man Andrew Makuba, a ball hawk coming off a fractured ankle, now anchors the group beside veteran Marcus Epps, with Cooper DeJean cross-training as a movable safety net. Trade whispers already swirl around the position, from rumored veterans to a possible late strike. On a roster this stacked, the last line of defense is the one honest question mark left standing. Do not bet against the front office solving it. Howie Roseman builds deep into the calendar, and he has patched the secondary through trades, signings, and waiver claims year after year. The group taking the field in September might look nothing like today. And even standing pat, a healthy breakout from Makuba flips the position from worry to strength in a hurry. The pieces to fix it sit within reach, and the margin between question mark and real problem is thinner than the panic suggests. So here's the claim, and argue it in the comments. This roster wins the division, stacks at least 12 victories, and crashes back into the championship picture the doubters wrote off. The national ranking, placing them second in the league, looks less like hype and more like a floor. Drop your win total prediction below and subscribe before the next Fanatic Field breakdown drops, because the training camp battles are about to get loud. The quiet giant of the NFC is wide awake, and the rest of the conference should sleep with one eye open.